Hey everyone, this is Matt coming at you with another video, and today I'm going to be doing my review on this week's issue of The Walking Dead, issue number 168. So jumping right along into this issue, turning the page as we do, it picks off where we last left off with The Walking Dead, after we had a huge character death within The Walking Dead comics, Andrea, and after the whole Walker herd situation that we've had in Alexandria. Everything's pretty much been destroyed over there, and now they're at the point to where they need to move on and try to rebuild as much as they can in order for them to survive. And turning right along into the next few pages, we come across John along with the Saviors, and it comes to this point to where John is asking Rick, where is Sherry? And Rick is telling John that, look, things happened between me and Sherry that got out of hand, and next thing he tells John is that he accidentally killed Sherry by accident. And so we come across a standoff right here to where John's in shock, and it's pretty much a standoff point. And within the next few pages from what we got, Negan steps in being like, let me handle this. And with these few pages we got, Negan's pretty much trying to talk to the Saviors, trying to mellow things out, trying to handle the situation, and, you know, before they escalate and all. And so for what we get here is Negan, I love this issue for one reason, is because Negan's one of my favorite characters in The Walking Dead, and this is the issue to where he pretty much shines as a character. Not that he hasn't in particular, but like this for right here has been a really cool issue for Negan. So he's pretty much telling all the Saviors, look, who wants to go back to the way things were when I was in charge? And he's pretty much talking about all this situation and everything. And the one person that wants, you know, the way things were when Negan was in charge was Mark. Now, Mark is one of the Savior people that kind of got burnt in the face by Negan, the same way as Dwight did in earlier issues as well. And so, turning on to the next issue, Negan pretty much punch slaps Mark in the face, and, you know, Negan is just disgusted by that. He would want things to go back to the way they were when he was in charge. And, you know, being like, oh, you know, like, he's pretty much ashamed of him in that sense. And looking at it, it's kind of like interesting the way Negan dialogued everything to lead up to that point, being like, oh, he's, you know, like, he's kind of tricking, seeing like who is the good person, who are the good people out there. And then we come across when Negan approaches John, you know, letting him know about the situations, like, oh, you know, when I was in charge you were there, and, you know, when Sherry was in charge you were there too, so, and all that. And so, turning right along, at the last point with Negan, he's like, so, what's it gonna be? Meaning that, like, oh, are we gonna fight? Is this gonna escalate? And by the end of Negan's speech, from when he's giving out, you know, all this, like, positive influence, all the Saviors turn around and pretty much just walk out, and then things become pretty much fine now, and then everyone tries to go back to, like, cleaning up and, like, rebuilding everything. And then within the next few pages right here, this is where it starts to get pretty interesting and sad. And right now they're at the point where, like, these are all everyone that has died within the past few issues during the Walker herds and everything, and everyone's grieving and all. And within this last few pages, this is where it gets really crazy and insane. And pretty much Rick right here, he's pretty much just at a loss, at a pause moment, and Carl tries to comfort him, but he's just like at a silence. And so the both of them, Lydia and Carl, pretty much just go to bed for the night. And next thing you know, Rick, he gets up, puts on his clothes, or I guess he takes off his clothes, my bad. Takes off his clothes, goes outside, and this is where I kind of started to get a little bit scared of what was going to happen. But it wasn't as bad, but it's just still a little like insane. So what we get in the last two panels right here is Rick is pretty much sleeping and on top of Andrea's grave, and it's just like, with Rick right now, it seems like from what we're getting at that he he can't give up Andrea right now. Like, it's hard for him to let go of her, just because of, even for us readers, it's hard for us to let go, you know, for some of the fans, just because we've been there since like day one all the way till now. And you know, she's been a very long time character, and in the story, same thing with Rick. You know, they've been with each other for so long, first as, you know, survivors, then friends, and, you know, in a relationship for each other. And just seeing that, it's just like, it's hard for Rick to let go, and I can definitely feel his pain on that. He expresses it in his own way. So if I had to give this issue a grade, I would probably say I would have to give this, maybe, I'll give this 6 out of 10. Just because it was just a regular issue. It was pretty much just the aftermath of what happens within issue number 167. It was still a very good read. The best part about this issue was just Negan, how he shines in this issue, and that's why I would definitely give this a 6 out of 10 for sure. Alright, so that was my review for this week's issue of The Walking Dead. Please hit like and subscribe for more content, and until then, I will catch you guys later. Peace.